long road, and just being so grateful to still be able to run, still have legs, be in an environment like this, about to try and finish an Ironman Kona. It's pretty spiritual sometimes, and I know my body's getting stronger. My mind is believing more and more in what I can do. That's why this journey has been so special. I haven't felt nerves for something like this in a long, long time. So part of me is like, what are you doing? You know, I thought this was over. I thought you were done with this competition stuff, but this is a different type of competitions. All right,
All right, have a great one out there.
The Ironman is, for me, it's like the culmination of the last 6.5 years where not only me, but my family, we've been fighting all together to rebuild myself, to come back from this tragedy. And diving into the water is like that first step of the journey of the Ironman, which is very parallel to the journey of the last 6 years.
For Sebastien, he just decided, I want to do an Ironman. That was a healing mental and physical goal for him to get to. And that's been like his post-traumatic healing after this had happened, and that's all he's focused on. He's dealt with his emotions as well and everything that comes with something that horrific. So it's not like he's pushed it aside, but this physical challenge for him, it encompasses so much of part of his healing.
That old athlete, competitor in me was awoken. I think I finished the swim in like 120s, low 20s. I felt really good after the swim. And Luke had said, you know, just relax, get out of that water fresh. And I was really fresh. For 5.5 years, I had metal all through me. In November 21, I had my 13th surgery where they took all the metal out of me. So the irony is now I have to do an Ironman without any of that support, without any iron. Where before the iron was, you know, the metal and all in me was really my kind of placebo. Now the mission is to show myself that I can do an Ironman, one of the hardest endurance races there is, with the original Seb. We had to come up with a completely new plan because obviously I didn't start really training till the end of March, beginning of April. I needed a lot of time to rehab, to walk again normally, and so we were really pressed for time.
Take our time, I know.
All right.
Okay.
Empty.
How do you feel?
Of course, when Bob Babbitt asked me if I wanted to coach Sebastien, I straight away said yes. And then I got to learn to know Sebastien and learn to know his story, what actually happened. And I mean, even now I'm getting goosebumps all over talking about this because just the idea that he has to try this is for me huge. I need to motivate him, but he's motivating me. He's giving me the energy to do this. He has now the mentality he needs to be able to finish this race in very hot and humid conditions.
The good thing that I see is your black trousers are still black. That means you're very hydrated, so that's a good sign.
You told me this was hard.
So you have a 30K downhill and then a 50K rolling towards the end.
Okay, I'm a little
Keep
late.
drinking. No, you're on track.
You're perfect.
You're on track.
You're on track.
Hey, come on,
Come on,
I actually finished the bike a half an hour earlier than we planned. And I made that one crucial mistake of I finished a bottle that I had on the bike for nutrition, but it had a lot of carbs and sodium in it. I finished it a half an hour before I should have finished. And then in transition, there was another bottle with hydration waiting for me as well. I took a bottle and 80 grams of sugar and 2.5 grams of sodium in less than 10 minutes. I went from, you know, feeling ecstatic to like, oh wow, what is that? I started the marathon, I was okay, but then I just had the terrible, you know, stomach cramps and stomach problems throughout the whole marathon.
he has always said, I don't give 100%, I give 110%. He's always giving more than he feels he should or is asked to. He always is going above and beyond. It's not above and beyond of what he's capable of, but maybe above and beyond what would be expected of someone who's coming from a horrific injury. He doesn't want quantity, he's all about quality.
So focus on walking the hills, and the aid stations.
I remember when Sebastien told me the story in the beginning that he's a survivor, not a victim. He doesn't want what happened 6.5 years ago, that damaged his life, but he wants to beat that. And the way for him to beat that is doing this Ironman. So I'm sure we will see a very emotional Sebastien after the finish line. And for him, I'm not saying that will be closure for him, but he will be able to put it behind him, and then we will see probably a different Sebastien, how he thinks about what happened 6 years ago.
Focus on the water, small pieces of banana. Good job, perfect.
While I was running, it's not the foot that bothered me, it's not the cardio that bothered me, it's just my muscles, because I could only drink water because of the cramps. I just had no more fuel for the muscles. My legs would buckle a little bit. So I was like, well, you better slow down and walk like up hills and everything. But had I had fuel for the muscles, who knows what I could have done. You know, I kept looking at my watch and I was like, my cardio was like 105 at one point. It was amazing, like I wasn't tired.
8K to the top of Polani, and then you go down, 8K to the top of Polani.
Every human being has, at one point in their life, a reason to be a victim. A victim is a disadvantage. A survivor is an advantage, because a victim looks into the past. You know, you were a better person before. A survivor says, I overcame it, and it's going to build me into an even better version. And life often puts challenges and experiences to teach you something. And if you can learn from those, man, that's survivorship. And I hope through how it's changed my life, well, maybe it could help others as well. You know, when dreams become a reality, it's a pretty amazing experience.
Almost there, right there.
I had a coach in college, Greg Campy, who's still coaching. He's one of the winningest coaches in Division I. And he had a saying, and he loved that saying. He said, win the day. Most of the time it was win the day, you know, and very, very forceful. It was a simple thing where it doesn't matter what happened yesterday. Tomorrow's unknown. You know, just worry about now. Just win the day. I think I would have made Coach pretty happy, you know, pretty proud, because yeah, I think with yesterday, I really do think I won the day.
You!